Well, have you heard the latest news? You ready to run guns? Time for blast off. Let's go. Hey guys, Todd here with you. Welcome back to Bassin 101. Truck talk of the day, latest breaking news. Have you heard what BASS did for 2025? No entry fees. Now this is interesting. This is going to be massive. However, you know there's going to be a but or a however in there somewhere. As great as that is, what's that going to do to sponsorships? Is it going to make it easier to get sponsorships? Are sponsors going to drop fishermen because they're going to have to, maybe they're going to be told they have to put more money in BASS so they can, pay the winnings? I don't know. I'm not trying to be negative. I think it's awesome that they're not going to have any entry fees. I mean, that helps a lot of guys out, especially those guys that are just really busting their butts and just can't get a break and just lose money. I mean, you got to figure, man, for those of you that don't know, these guys are already promising to pay out, $45,000, $50,000 a year. That's just in entry fees. What about gas, hotel rooms, or Airbnbs? A lot of guys room together anyway, but that's huge. That's really going to take a big dent out of the guys' pockets. Now, granted, you bust your butt, you get in the BASS Elite, and you get what you get, okay? So, as far as trying to bust your butt and you really can't pay your entry fees or break even or whatever, say, man, you chose to be there, okay? You chose to be there. You knew the percentages when you got in there. So I'm not trying to say, quit your whining, quit your crying. I ain't trying to say that. I'm just saying you know what you're getting into when you do it, okay? It's like that with any kind of a job or any kind of career you want to be in. You get what you get, okay? But what's going to happen to sponsorships? That's the main question I have. And really, it depends on the individual company. You can't say, well, sponsors are going to do this or sponsors are going to do that. Well, I mean, everybody owns their own company. Unfortunately, with a lot of the major sponsors, they're all owned by bankers. So it depends on what the bankers want to do. Snubbies. And that's a shame. But a lot of the major companies that are sponsoring are co-owned by bankers, which own other companies that own other companies. I mean, I don't know. But I am curious to see what happens with that, because it's going to go one or two ways. They're either going to drop everybody because they have to spend now more money with BASS for the payouts, or nothing's really going to change and they might actually pick up more people or start paying more to the ones they already got. Don't know. It's one way or the other. I'm just throwing that idea out there, guys. I'm not trying to be a dark cloud on a sunny day. I'm really not. I'm just curious to see what's going to happen with this. But overall, no entry fees. That's awesome. That's awesome. I mean, if they didn't have entry fees back when I was fishing tournaments, when I actually made the 6-man team, I could have actually afforded to fish the tournament and then gone to the national championship. But I couldn't afford it. I mean, it was in the 4 numbers. And that's in the late 90s. But it was in the 4 numbers. And there was no way I could afford to fish that. I had to hand it down to somebody else. But if there had been no entry fees, I'd have been there, Sparky. But anyway, what do you guys think about that? I mean, any of you guys have any inside information about that kind of stuff? Because I'm curious to hear about it. But that's all I got, guys. So remember, till next time, new techniques are trendy, but bass never change. May the Father bless you and keep you in Yeshua's name, and as always, fish on.